Hello, traders, and welcome to 5 Minute Alpha, where I am going to give you what I think is one of the better strategies in crypto in under 5 minutes. I'm going to do my best to stay under that time limit with a one take. First of all, if you're interested in really good alpha like this, and also alpha that I really don't want to say publicly, only in the private group, then you can click the link in the description below to join the Discord. If you like it, you stay with us. If you don't, it's super easy to cancel. So really not much of a commitment there. Okay, long, short, also known as statistical arbitrage. How do we do it? What's the indicator? Let's get into it. Here's your setup. The indicator that you're going to want to use is called the Multi-Asset Performance Spaghetti by Leviathan. No worries, I will link this for you. Click on the link. All you're going to have to do is just favorite the indicator on TradingView. And then after you do that, on your chart, you go to your My Indicators favorites list, and you'll be able to pull it up very easily, or just search the indicator. It's not hard to find. This is such a helpful tool if you're into this kind of thing of long, short altcoins. This is a risky strategy. This is not guaranteed arbitrage, guys. This is just trying to trade arbitrage with a bit of an edge, okay? So when we look at coins that are correlated to Bitcoin, which are all of the coins that you are looking at right here, what we typically want to do is to bet on, well, there are a few things we can bet on, but what we typically want to bet on, I would say, is if any asset is very much underperforming and there's an asset overperforming, we might want to bet on them meeting in the middle. There are other strategies you can do as well, but just betting on things to go back to the mean are typically not a terrible idea, as long as you're risk controlled. Okay, there are other strategies out there, such as betting on momentum. You know, if there's a lot of bullish momentum on a coin, a lot of bearish momentum on a coin, you can make that play. But the only play we're going to be talking about today is just betting on things to go back to normal. Okay. So if you want to do this in the short term, I'm going to give you the time frame that you want. You're going to want to change your period to 12 hour. That's going to give you very, very quick data where the data resets every 12 hours. And we're going to be looking at this on the 1 minute. Now, anytime there is a very strong Bitcoin move, that is when we can try to pull off this play. So let's go take a look at a few. The first one that pops up is we can see that LDO is up 8%. It is right here. You can see this indicator, right? Yep, perfect. LDO is up 8%, whereas the coin UniUSDT.P is down 8% in the same time. Now, if we wanted to, we could take this opportunity to do one of two things. Really, we could either bet on the assets coming together, or we could bet on the assets diverging. In this scenario, I would probably lean toward betting on them coming together, but that's up to you. Now, extreme outliers I have found to not always be the best thing to do, but I do want to show you this is a strategy you could pull off. Maybe the better way to do this would be to look for minor outliers, things that just aren't as extreme. So let's go look at a few other coins. Again, this is the chart of Bitcoin. You can go to any time frame you want, and this is the chart of altcoins, the spaghetti chart. Now, if we go here, we can look for just slight deviations and try to take advantage of that. So if I wanted to, I can break the scale by changing the vertical axis. We can see that Link is a little bit overpriced. I don't want to say maybe not overpriced, but is outperforming is, I think, a much healthier term to use. So Link is outperforming a little bit, whereas something like SHIB is underperforming a little bit. So let's say that we want to do SHIB versus Link. I want to short Link, and I want to long SHIB. And I'm going to bet on them coming together. Okay? How do we do that? The first thing that you do not just do that right away and get into it. The first thing that you're really going to want to do is to actually look at a spread chart between the two assets. To do that, you do just very simply one coin divided by the other. So we're just going to do it this way. The two perpetuals divided by one another. And you're going to get the chart relative of basically what's going on. So you can see on this chart that Link is very much outperforming SHIB, and this is the exact amount. So if I was to short this, what would that actually look like? Well, what that would mean is I would short Link and long SHIB, meaning that I would want this pair to fall. Or I could also choose to buy this pair because I think that Link will continue to have bull momentum and SHIB will continue to have bearish momentum. The benefit of this strategy, guys, is you're kind of leaving out Bitcoin correlation, and this is just betting on the outperformance of one asset versus another, or the underperformance of one asset versus another. Very, very interesting strategy. A lot you can do. Typically, the simplest way to get into this would be to make the notional value the exact same. What that means, guys, is let's say that we want a $1,000 Link short position and a $1,000 SHIB long position. and then we would, that would be our stat arb trade. Now, no matter where Bitcoin goes, we are betting on an outperformance of one coin versus another, and we're not necessarily betting on something like, just a coin to go up, but then there's Bitcoin correlation. This is a pretty cool way you can dodge that. And this is a kind of setup that I like, where you have Bitcoin in orange. So you can see this line right here. You hit plus to get that, guys. You have a spread chart right here where you can see where you want to short the spread, also known as the statistical arbitrage. And then you have basically the locator tool, the stat arb finder tool, which is right down here. Super interesting strategy. A lot you could do with it. It's been 5 minutes, so I don't want to get too deep into it, even though I'm kind of tempted, because there's a lot of cool things here. I want to keep it to 5 minute alpha. So I hope that this just short nugget of information is helpful. And let me know in the comments if you guys like this kind of like quick hit alpha, where you can get what I say within like 5 minutes and then just start implementing it and doing your own strategies. If you like it, you can pull it off. If not, you can move on. And if you like this kind of content, click the link in the description below and join our community, because it's pretty fun and pretty profitable. So happy to see you guys there, and happy trading.